Man, in this video, Charlie just, wow, he just spoke with so much love and kindness to this woman that grew up without a father.
Why do we care if there's no father? I grew up without a father. I feel like I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm in college. Like, why are we so towards the father? Why does he need to be there so much?
So just try to answer my question for me. Do you think, what kind of is there any time, and you're being very vulnerable, and I appreciate that, when you were growing up, and maybe not, where you said, I wish I had a dad around?
My mom says I did wish for that once at a wishing well. But my mom was great. She supported me, provided me.
Sure. No, I'm not. This is not a knock on single moms.
Right.
But was there ever a time maybe where a more masculine figure would have been helpful?
I can't really, not off the top of my head.
Okay.
What? Can you give me an example of when a masculine figure would be helpful in my life?
When a boyfriend might have broke up with you, and you didn't want to talk to your mom because she just didn't get it, and you wanted a strong, stable man to say you're beautiful.
If my father was like, you're beautiful, that'd be cool. But like, if my mom was also like, you're beautiful, I don't really see a difference between like my mom saying it and my father saying it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't see the world that way, because there's being a father to a daughter, there's a very unique bond between a father and a daughter, where you fall in love again, but not romantic love. You fall in a different type of Greek love, which is called storge, which is a father-daughter love, where you have such affection for this incredible being, and your task is to shepherd that vulnerable, innocent girl through life all the way up until the marriage aisle, to kind of connect the two topics together, right?
Wow.
Where then you hand it off to another man.
Dude, the emotional awareness from Charlie here is just, it's amazing, because he's listening to this woman that grew up without a father, and the first thing that he does is say, hey, I appreciate that you're asking this question, and I know that it may be a sensitive topic for you. And it is. Like, who would not be offended if they're being told that they're missing something? They've missed something their entire lives that they didn't have. I would. Like, if I grew up and you're telling me I was missing this important thing that would have been pivotal in shaping me, like, my first reaction is like, well, what do you mean? Like, I'm fine. My mom did a good job. And I think that Charlie recognizes that, and he approaches her with a lot of empathy, with a lot of care, and he asks her questions. And in fact, when she was getting a bit I don't want to say offended is the right word, but when she said my mom was a great mom, and he's saying like, yeah, I understand that, believe me, like, your mom is a hero. She did this thing that would take two people, and she did it all on her own because she had to. Like, she's a hero. But that still doesn't change the fact that she probably would have been better off with a mom and a dad growing up. And I love the fact that he puts it into perspective for her by him sharing his own example of him and his daughter. And it's so true for those of us that have been fortunate enough to have been born in a household that we had a mom and we had a dad. I even look at my own children and the relationship that they have with their mom and with me is different, right? Because men and women, believe it or not, we're different. And the way that we show up for our children is different, and they need both, by the way. To be able to grow up and be healthy children, they need both. And it's not to say that if you just grow up with your mom or you just grow up with your dad, you're automatically not healthy. That's not what we're saying. But you cannot change the fact that having both of those worldviews, both of the father and the mother showing up, would not be beneficial for a child to have. And I think that's the whole point. Ideally, in an ideal world, we would want children to grow up with a father and a mother.